show. But right now, let's kick it over to Tyler Jacobs. And Tyler, let's talk about a sport near and dear to our heart, golf. Mm-hmm. And Rory M, the Irish laddie. Nike golf equipment didn't exactly work out too well. Now, according to a report, Rory is going to make his move away from Nike equipment in early 2017 and has chosen to play with Callaway irons and a Titleist golf ball. You may recall that Roars first started playing with Nike clubs in 2013, and his game dipped just a little bit. Yes, and for that reason, we get to show you this video with those said Nike irons, because that club's going to end up where the ball does.
In the drink.
So do you think, let it go, Roars, that with a change of equipment, Roars could roar again in 2017?
Absolutely. Dave, listen, I am 1/1,000,000th of the caliber golfer that Rory McIlroy is, but I tried, because I love the swoosh so much, to switch to Nike equipment when they started building Nike equipment. Remember, they were a late arrival to actually irons and drivers. For so long, the game has been dominated by the likes of Callaway, TaylorMade, and Titleist.
Preach.
When I tried hitting Nike clubs, I looked at them and I know it's the Air Indian, not the Arrow, but I could not hit them. They did not perform as well for me as they did, as other clubs did, whether it be TaylorMade, Callaway, or Titleist. And this is small sample size, but Tiger Woods, also a Nike guy. Remember when he just played his most recent outing down there in the Bahamas? He was hitting the ball pretty well. He was not using Nike equipment. TaylorMade driver, the Nike. I love the apparel. It looks great, the swoosh. But the equipment, the balls and the clubs, to me, they were inferior to the brands that have been around golf so long. So I think for golfers like Rory, like Tiger, guys who are going to now no longer have to play Nike because the brand is no longer going to make the clubs, their games will improve with either Titleist, Callaway, or TaylorMade.
When you say inferior equipment, it harkens me back to something I heard said a long time ago by one Phil Mickelson, who got just lambasted for what he said years ago. And he said, Tiger Woods is playing with inferior equipment. And I know he was never a Nike guy. Phil, I get that. So people are thinking it was brand on brand. He was right.
He was right.
And he nailed it years ago.
Listen, if Nike was making equipment that was up to snuff, especially for PGA Tour golfers, they would not be diminishing or, eliminating the brand from making equipment. It's just not going to happen. If they're producing stuff that is selling well and works well with the pros,
agreed,
they would keep making it. But the facts of the matter are, Phil was right all those years ago. The Nike equipment just was inferior, and now I think these players, the best of the best. And how do you separate yourself from the best of the best? With fine-tuned equipment. And I think Rory and Tiger and the like are going to have that now.
If you're playing with stuff that you think is now better for your game, it's going to help you right there.
Oh, absolutely.
Where did you go, when you got rid of the Nikes, where did you go back to?
Well, I was intrigued. I played a few rounds with them. I flirted and I said, no. So I've always been a Titleist irons guy and a TaylorMade driver.